What is up, guys? In today's video we're going to be talking about the Shieldbreaker EMPs because these were actually sort of unvaulted yesterday in Battle Royale. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, comment down below if you're going to be taking advantage of and using these. So earlier this week, Fortnite had the Shieldbreaker EMPs kind of in like a limbo state of being unvaulted, where you could find them in the black markets and you could buy them, but you wouldn't actually get anything when you spent your gold. Like, the game would take your gold, but you would get no items. It was just a full scam. But last night, Fortnite actually made it to where when you buy these in the black market, you will actually be able to obtain them. From my experience, they were only in this black market outside Masked Meadows. And there's this spot on the wall near the shockwaves that has a chance to be EMPs. So it's not every game. But in some matches, you can get EMPs here. I've also seen it be a business turret, and I believe that's a spot where a scanner can spawn as well. So there's just kind of like an RNG chance for EMPs to even be available in that black market. And then, as I said, from my experience, it's only that one. I haven't seen it in any of the other black markets. And then you'll get 3 EMP grenades for 75 gold. So a full stack of 6 will only cost 150 gold, which is like incredibly cheap for how good this item is. And they're not actually in the loot pool. As of now, the only way to obtain these EMPs is from the black markets. You're not going to be able to get them from floor loot. You're not going to be able to get them from chests. Specifically, this black market is the only place you can get them. If you do hit an enemy player, though, the EMP will deal 80 shield damage, and then it also disables electronics. And this makes it incredibly good for pushing people. If you like shockwave up and throw EMPs down, it'll just take 2 EMP grenades to completely destroy their shield, and then you can finish them with like a shotgun shot while they have only white health remaining. And the fact that it disables cars is incredible for, you know, trying to stop people from running from you, especially in team game modes if you have several people in the car, because since it's an area of effect, odds are you can hit everybody in the car with the EMP damage, removing everybody's shield pretty much. And when I made a video about this earlier in the week, talking about how like they were there but you couldn't get them, I had a lot of questions about whether or not they would disable the bat or the rocket drill as well. Or not really questions, but people kind of wondering about that. I tested it here, and it does not disable either of them. The bat player can still full charge their bat and use their charged bat, and then same with the rocket drill. They can use the melee aspect of it, and even if you hit someone that's using the drill for mobility, they still have the ability to use their drill. It doesn't disable it at all. It will disable cars and the business turret, though. But it's not like those are the most important things to disable all the time. I think having it disable the bat and the drill would have maybe made it a little more useful. But even then, I don't really see myself using these very much this season. I really liked them in Chapter 5, but I don't really care to carry them at the moment because they're so limited in how you can obtain them, and because they're a consumable item. So like each time you use it, you're losing them. And with an item like this, you want to be able to replenish it, you know, over the course of the game or over the course of several fights. That way you can stay topped off and keep using it. But since they're not in the regular loot pool and you can only get them from these black markets, you can't really stay topped off on them well. Or this black market, sorry, it's just one. Like in Chapter 5, you could get them from looting, you can get them from chests. And since it was just a more regular item, you would also get it from other players from time to time when you eliminate them. But since it's such specific circumstances to get it right now, the likelihood of you finding other players that have them, I think, is quite low. And then the odds of you being able to like stay topped off on them throughout the course of the game is also very low, unless it just turns out that the black market outside Masked Meadows is in your zone. But if that black market isn't in zone, you're not really going to be able to stay replenished on them. And I feel like you could still use it and maybe save it for very ideal circumstances, you know? But that's like a tough spot to be in, where you're carrying an item for like certain moments, and then maybe those moments come but you don't want to use it because you're worried about conserving it and saving it for the special moment, you know? It just kind of puts you in like a weird loop. So I don't really see myself using them very much for the week remaining in this season, even though I really liked them in the past because of how inconvenient they are to get. And then even if they were a regular loot item, I'm still not really sure if I would want to use them consistently. Cars aren't as big of a deal in Chapter 6 as they were in Chapter 5, or they're not as annoying to deal with. And also, I really enjoy having double mobility this season. I've gotten accustomed to it. Having the drill to counter the bat fall damage is very important to me, because that's kind of one of the cheesier ways to lose a game. And also with how aggressive I play, I like being able to have double mobility to be able to move around as quickly as possible and get out of bad situations. Because the more, you know, aggressive you play and the more fights you get in, the more likely you're going to get third party. So that's like a huge reason why I like having the double mobility, is so I can play aggressive and still get out of those bad situations. It's not only for like pushing people. But that is going to be it for this. I just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know that you can actually purchase the Shieldbreaker EMPs. So if you're seeing them in your games, that is why. If you really like getting them, that's how you can get them. Personally, I don't think they're the greatest with how it's currently set up. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, let some gameplay play out that I got on stream using them, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. He doesn't know I'm here. The second one didn't hit, but he's dead. But now I'm out of EMPs, and there's like no way for me to get more. Wait, where is the sniper? Am I dumb? I'm so confused. Like, I don't see it on his body. Oh no, I am dumb. Okay. I picked it up in the wrong spot because I had a free slot. I'm dumb. I like overlead so much with this thing. Like my brain does so poorly with snipers having like very limited drop. I'm not answering that phone. I accidentally did answer it. But I didn't mean to. I'm just trying to reload. Oh, he's on the roof over there. I'm just gonna kill him.